So when you go into your Google Classroom, under classwork, under weather is today, layers of the atmosphere. It says today you're going to pick one of the templates. I will be very honest with you, Macon. I find, and most of the students in the first class found, that the Yelp review is the easier of the templates to do. Not many people pick the Amazon page. You're welcome to pick either one. I'm going to walk through how to do these, especially for the folks in the last class, because I won't be here. They have to kind of watch me via a video and then learn how to do this. So you're picking one of the templates. I don't care which one you pick. I'm going to walk you through both, Claire. So this is the Yelp review. I have an example at the top. I'm going to pull this up a little bit wider, a little bit bigger. There we go. All right. So if I'm looking at this page, yours is going to look like this, where you are able to, it gives you an idea over here of what you can do and what you might want to think about doing. Over here is where you're going to give your Yelp review. Now, Yelp is where you go online and you visited a place, a restaurant, an Airbnb or something, and you leave a review about that. So for me, I pretended that I was a meteor. And me and my family heard about Earth, and we went to visit. And then we made it to the mesosphere. Do you think that we had a great time in the mesosphere? Me and my meteor family. Why would we not have a good time in the mesosphere? All right, so listen. You can see up here at the top, I was able to add pictures. It's very easy. Look, you click here, you hit replace image, search the web, whatever you happen to be. If it's stratosphere, thermosphere, troposphere, mesosphere, look it up in here and you hit add and it'll pop right in there for you. I changed the title to mesosphere. I decided that as a whole, the mesosphere had 4 stars. You can pick whatever stars you want, Jonathan. There's nothing right or wrong about that. This is my person. You can see how that's blank. I decided that I'm a meteor. And here is where I wrote my review of the mesosphere. Now listen to the way that I word things, because too many people in the other classes got wrapped up in weird stories and they really didn't do anything about showing what they know about the layers of the atmosphere. We were just trying to visit Earth. I had heard so much about it. When we went through the exosphere, it wasn't much different than space, because the exosphere blends into space, right? We felt very welcome and at home. I'm not going to lie, the thermosphere was hotter than we like. Is it hot in the thermosphere? Yes. I was like, but wow, the northern lights were beautiful. Did I sneakily put something in there about the thermosphere? Yeah. Okay, good. Then we got to the mesosphere, the most rude and unwelcoming place you can imagine. Grandpa, my 2 kids, and my cousin all burned up. I have pictures. There they are. And did the mesosphere apologize? No. It said that's its job. I would not recommend ever visiting. 1 star. Is that really hard? Can you be a little silly? Sure, you can be a little bit silly. So I want to walk through some of the examples that you might see in this one with some of the other students. So again, here's my exemplar. Here's what a student did in the other class. Exosphere. As a whole, in his opinion, 5 stars. That's fine. Alien Tom visited the exosphere. It's pretty cool here. Me and my brother, Alien Bob, came to visit. It's similar to outer space, but be on the lookout. We almost got hit by a human satellite. Do satellites fly in the exosphere? Do you see how he put that in there? So again, scrolling on down. Thermosphere, still Alien Tom. Do you have to stay the same person in every review? Can you be different people in every review? Absolutely. Me and my brother came from Earth for a time away from home. The thermosphere was next. Holy cow, it's insanely hot here. The top half melted my head off. We flew down through the thermosphere, and once we got down, I froze. But we lived. I don't suggest living here. We also saw some green wavy things in there. I know that that's the Northern Lights. You know that that's the Northern Lights. So I think that overall, do you understand how this person, they finished the entire project, which is acceptable. So I'm going to pull up another person's. Let me make it a little bit larger so you can see it. Notice how they have the pictures of the mesosphere up here. I like that. They left the mesosphere. I don't see the ratings. That's fine. You don't have to have that. I was trying to get to Earth, but me and my son met the mesosphere. It went very, very hot, and we started burning up. I guess we won't do anything on Earth. Makes sense. I'm a tornado. I live in the troposphere. There's 5 stars because this is where everything happens. This is me. This is what I did. Does that sound like a Yelp review? This is me. This is what it looks like. You would go somewhere. This is the cabin, the pictures of the cabin I stayed in. This is the restaurant. This is the food that I ordered. Like, these Yelp reviews are extremely, extremely easy to do. And I have enough for you to do all of the layers. Will you get them all done today? Only one person did. I don't expect you to be done today. It's due next Friday, not tomorrow. Next Friday. After that, I'm not working on it anymore. And I'll be honest with you, we're not going to work on it a whole lot in class after today and maybe tomorrow. You should be able to be finished. So I think doing the Yelp reviews is very self-explanatory, right? If you get stuck and you're looking at mine and you're wondering, how in the world did I do it? Especially the people at the end of the day. Like, if the people at the end of the day don't know how to do something, they just need to do it all on paper. Same thing for you in here. I mean, obviously, I'll be here for most of the class to answer questions, but for them, if they get stuck, they can do it on paper. Then we'll put it in here later. There are some instructions over here about how to move things. Like, if you want to change your rating, you can just move the rating. Well, maybe if I can click on it. Good gracious. That is why I change it to this. There we go. I can move the rating over and then pick up one of these that I want instead and move it back over here, which is not overly difficult for me to do. All right, so let's take a look at the Amazon product thing. I had to work a little bit harder on this one than I did the other one. It wasn't as easy for me. All right, troposphere. I know I'm in the troposphere. This is where weather occurs. How did you get the price? I don't know. I just made it up. There's not really anything. Now, right in here is probably the most important part. The troposphere is the layer that's closest to the Earth. That's correct. That's in our notes. It's where we live and where weather occurs. Check. It expands 11 to 12 miles up. Had to look that up. Not a problem. Most of the clouds are here. Not all of them. There's a few really awesome ones that are in different places. Lots of oxygen and nitrogen. Good. Down here, I left a review. Look at here. It's Mrs. Skeen. I've lived in the troposphere all my life because that's where we live, right? I've thought about moving to the mesosphere to escape the 5th graders, but there's too many meteors that come through and burn up there. I also enjoy the thermosphere's auroras because they are beautiful. Did she give facts about the mesosphere, the thermosphere? Did she talk about the troposphere? Was it overly silly? Yes. Is that okay? Absolutely. And this is what the Amazon page looks like. I just found this one a little harder to do for me. Some of you might be like, oh no, that Amazon page makes sense. That's completely up to you. There's no right, there's no wrong as far as that goes. If you noticed, almost all of the kids in the other class leaned toward the Yelp review. And I understand that because that one seemed to be a whole lot easier for me to do. I'm not saying you have to do that. You're welcome to do this one. And again, same thing. I don't want a picture of this phone. I click on the phone. I replace the image. I search the web. I could put, again, whatever picture I want. If I want to change the title, I just click on it. I type in the title. I click down here. I type in my facts about whatever sphere that I happen to be in. And when I'm done, I move on to the next one. If for some reason, especially the folks in the afternoon, like I'm stuck on I can't find the right pictures. Because I know a lot of people today, when they went to this, they were like, search the web, and they came over here, and I think it was stratosphere. It's all this stuff in that's not what I'm looking for, right? Stratosphere, layers of the atmosphere. Well, there we go. So you may have to put that at the end to get the right things in there. And again, if you get stuck on something like that, it's kind of what I'm here for, right? For us in here,